let's
You're
do it.
unmuted.
Na 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 ria, ya la 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 la, da 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 da. Okay, I didn't know if it was like. Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Bim, bam, bim, 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 bam. Bim, 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 bam. Bim, bam, bim, 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 bam. Bim, 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 bam.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
How great it is that we are together and celebrating Shabbat and celebrating Sarah as she becomes a bat mitzvah this weekend. Let us mingle all of our joys together. Anybody have anything to share that's bringing them joy in this moment?
So at the annual meeting, you talked a lot about joy. So this week, I have been focusing on Jewish joy, and it has really been nice, all the things that I've come up with.
Wonderful. For those of you who are with us at our annual meeting, thank you for writing cards of Jewish joy. And if you were here or if you weren't here, if you're on our mailing list, you will be receiving a story from someone of Jewish joy from our community shortly.
I have two. I'm in a play, and I got an A+ on one of my tests.
Awesome. Eliana will be in The Little Mermaid Junior, the big elementary school production at the Lab School. Anybody wants to go? It's in February. It's February 6th, 7th, and 8th. It should be tons and tons of fun. And we got 100, didn't you, girl, on your vocab?
I've got 2, so I'm almost ready for my conversion with my mikvah. And then we got the alien immigration petition granted for my partner. So we're just waiting on the visa number, which hopefully will be ready by March.
All very exciting things. Bring the family back together. Yes, I know you've been working on that for a while. Yes. Other things bringing us joy. Yeah. Coming to you, River.
On this coming Wednesday, my youngest child, I have 5 of those jokers. That's too many some days, but the youngest one is signing his scholarship for college. He's going to play football at McNeese State, and he's got a full ride, and he'll be oddly enough, the first doctor in the family if he goes through with all of this. Everybody else just ran businesses, and so, but he's the smart one who's going to go to medical school or something. So.
Nice. Congratulations, Mazel Tov. We should ask you, what is that, like 8 years from now, how life is doing, right? That takes a while, doesn't it?
Other than the fact that we're delighted to be here with our family and our friends, we're not home with 17 inches of snow.
I share that my in-laws, ever since we've moved here, have escaped the New York winter and joined us here. Although it is cold, you have definitely escaped lots and lots of snow. You have people taking pictures of the house, right? Sending you so you get to see all the snow. So if anybody wants to see all that snow, you can ask them after services. Other things bringing us joy. Should I ask the front row, the front 2 rows? Things bringing you joy, family?
Our daughter is becoming a bat mitzvah.
Wonderful, wonderful. Sarah, should I put you on the spot? Anything bringing you joy? You want to share with anyone things bringing you joy?
I'm having a little sister.
Ooh, very exciting. Oh, that's why you were asking if you were allowed to say anything. Got it, got it. I was like, what's happening here? Nice, nice. Wonderful, very exciting. So much joy for all of us. It is so great to be together to celebrate Shabbat and to celebrate with Sarah, as tomorrow she is called to the Torah as a bat mitzvah. Everything you need for services will be on the screen, but if you'd like to follow along, both Sarah and I will be calling out page numbers from the prayer books that you can find on the shelf right underneath the seat in which you are sitting. For those of you who regularly attend our services, tonight we are doing a few things musically different, because one of the things that brings me joy is the fact that Michelle is back with us this weekend, and we get to bring some Jewish joy through music as we celebrate Shabbat. So let us welcome Shabbat as we open our prayer books to page 120 and 121, and I invite Kristen and David to light our Shabbat candles for us.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehalik ner shel Shabbat.
Let us read together page 124. May the door of this synagogue be wide enough to receive all who hunger for love, all who are lonely for friendship. May it welcome all who have cares to unburden, thanks to express, hopes to nurture. May the door of this synagogue be narrow enough to shut out pettiness and pride, envy and enmity. May its threshold be no stumbling block to young or straying feet. May it be too high to admit complacency, selfishness, and harshness. May this synagogue be, for all who enter, the doorway to a richer and more meaningful life. As we welcome Shabbat, I'm going to invite you to look behind you, look to your right, look to your left, wish somebody in the room a Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
As you make your way back to your seats after you've had an opportunity to greet a few people, let us continue this theme of welcoming as we welcome the Sabbath bride with the words of Lecha Dodi, page 138 and 139.
HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
As we enter this transitional moment of our prayers, I invite you, if you'd like to take a cleansing breath, to do so. As you inhale, think of one of the things shared at the beginning of services, bringing us joy on this Shabbat. And as you exhale, try to exhale your worries away. Don't think about what's going on in the world that's troubling you. Don't think about the to-do list that still has items you haven't had a chance to cross off. Don't think about the things you must do in the coming days, but just allow yourselves to be present in these moments of Shabbat. We continue page 144.
Itgadal v'kadash merabah V'almadi v'rachirtei v'amikmachutei B'chai yichon v'yomechon Uv'chai dechot beit Yisrael Bagala, bagala Uv'izman kariv V'yimeru amen Yesh merabah mevarach Le'alamu al me'amaya Yitbarach v'yishabach V'yitbar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal Shmid Kudshah B'rechu La'ela min kol bechata v'shirata Tush bechata v'nechemata Damiram yama v'himaru amen.
We continue on page 146. Please rise.
Barechu et Adonai HaMevorach Baruch Adonai HaMevorach HaMevorach Le'olam ha'ed HaMevorach HaMevorach Le'olam ha'ed. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Moreh yom u'layla, uleot mipnei choshech, uleot mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night.
We continue reading together on page 150. Everlasting love you offered your people Israel
By teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael.
Please rise.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed.
You may be seated. We continue chanting together, page 154.
Ve'ahavta
Et Adonai Elohecha, bechol levavcha uvechol nafshecha, uvechol meodecha, vehayu hadavarim ha'ele, asher anochi mitzavecha, hayom al levavecha, v'shinantam levanecha, v'dibarta b'am, v'shivtecha b'veitecha, uv'lechtecha b'derech, uv'shokbecha uv'kumecha, uv'shartam le'otai yadecha, v'hayu le'totafot b'neinecha, uv'tavtam al mezuzot beitecha, uv'isharecha, leman tizkaru, v'asitem et kol mitzvotai, v'yitem kiddushim le'lohechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem, asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim, lihiot lachem Elohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem, Adonai Elohechem emet.
We read responsibly on page 157. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and earth.
The high heavens declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice and love.
From bondage in Egypt we were delivered. At Sinai we bound ourselves to your way.
Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, time and again we overcame oppressive forces.
Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed.
Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and at peace. Then shall we rejoice as Israel did, singing on the shores of the sea.
Hashkifenu Adonai Eloheinu, לשלום, לשלום, והעמיתנו שומרנו לחיים. ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך. Shelter us beneath your wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us daily wrong from right. Amen. 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 Amen.
When we come together on Shabbat, we have the opportunity to bring ruach, bring spirit, bring joy, bring peace, be together as family, and maybe most importantly, be reminded to hit the pause button. So as we hit the pause button this Shabbat, I want you to take a moment to think about, what is it for you that makes Shabbat peaceful? And if anybody wants to share something that allows them to feel peaceful on Shabbat.
Stepping inside this wonderful new building.
Isaac, put your hand up or down.
The candles.
Beautiful.
On Friday of school, there is no homework, so I just get arrested instead of doing homework.
Other things that allow us to have moments of peace on Shabbat?
Michelle's music.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you.
I second that, Michelle singing.
Being able to celebrate a bat mitzvah.
Yes. On Shabbat, at this moment in our service, weekly we tend to get into a routine, and we tend to sing a song that we call by the first Hebrew word that is that song, Vishamru. But our prayer book and our liturgy allows us to celebrate Shabbat in multiple ways. So listen this week, sing if you know it, and then sing with us again. This is your little sprinkle of a hint for next week as well. Let's join together, Yismechu, page 162.
ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת. מקדשי שבי שבת, כולם
beginning on page 164. Please rise.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu Motenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Agado, Hagibor Adorah, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Vekonei Hakol, Vezocher Chasdevot V'imahot, Umei Geula Livnei V'neihem, Leman Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Hoseh U'Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham V'Ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechael Kol Atarav Le'Oshia, Mashiv HaRuach U'Morit HaGashem, Mechalkel Chaim Bechesed, V'Chayei HaKol Be'rachamim Rabim, Tzomech Novim Ve'Rofeh Chogim, U'Matir Aserim, U'Mekayem אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום אלוהוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
Please be seated. We continue reading on page 173 together. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat.
Say Adonai Eloheinu be'amcha Yisrael. Say Adonai Eloheinu be'amcha Utfilatam be'avat tekabel Utehi leratzon tamid avodat Yisrael amelcha Ritzeh Baruch atah Adonai she'otecha levadecha v'yiranavod.
We read together on page 177. God of goodness, we give thanks for the gift of life, wonders beyond words, and the awareness of the soul, our light within, for the world around us so filled with beauty, for the richness of the earth which day by day sustains us. For all these and more, we offer thanks. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha ulacha ne'eh lehodot. We continue singing together as we offer prayers of peace on page 178.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Ki ata hu melech Adon lecho Shalom, ki ata hu melech Adon lecho Shalom. המברך את עמו ישראל בשלום.
We continue reading now with a moment of silent prayer.
Abundant peace, grant us peace, abundant peace. Lo yisakoi chagoi cheret, lo yimdu on milchama, lo yisakoi chagoi cheret, lo yimdu on milchama. Shalom, shalom, shalom.
Many of us in this moment might be feeling that sense of peace, possibly because of the gorgeous space we're in, possibly because of the great community we are with. I'm sure because of the wonderful music we are bringing joy to our services with. But many of us might be feeling, for whatever reason, those moments of shalom, those moments of peace. We know, though, that there are those still searching for their peace, possibly because they suffer illness. So we turn our prayers now to those in need of healing. The names you see on the screen are names of people and loved ones and friends of people in our community in need of healing. If you'd like to share one of the names on the screen aloud, or the name of another whom you are thinking of in need of healing, I invite you to do so as one community at this time. For those names we read on the screen, those whose names we heard aloud, and those whom we hold in our hearts, let us together offer this Mishaberach prayer of healing. Aside from the joy of having Michelle with us to bring us such beautiful music, you might have noticed that we did a few things different using music at services so far tonight. But there's another reason why. Does anybody know? It's your Jeopardy question for Shabbat. Know why we did something different with the music tonight? Do you want to answer or just wave and say, I do? It is Shabbat Shirah, absolutely, which is Shabbat of song. It is called Shabbat of song because of where we are in our Torah reading. This week's Torah portion, which Sarah will chant for us tomorrow morning, is a turning point in the story of our people. After slavery until now, the Israelites have been leaving Egypt. In this section, they finally have to ask a harder question. How do we live once we are free? The drama is familiar. Pharaoh changes his mind. The Egyptian army bears down on the people. The sea blocks their path forward. Trapped between terror behind them and uncertainty ahead, the Israelites cry out. Some demand to return to slavery rather than face the unknown. And God responds not with a lengthy speech, but with a suggestion to continue moving. God tells the Israelites to go forward into the sea. This moment feels painfully relevant to our world. We too are living between Egypt and the Promised Land. Old systems are collapsing. Familiar certainties no longer hold. We are surrounded by fear. Fear of war or anti-Semitism, of political instability, of climate crisis, of economic insecurity, of rising hatred and loneliness. Many people feel, like the Israelites, trapped between what we know is broken and what we cannot yet imagine. A midrash, which is a Jewish story that expands on the Torah text, teaches us about Nachshon ben Aminadav. Some of you have heard me share this midrash before. The waters of the sea, when the Israelites got to their shores, did not part, until someone was willing to walk in up to his neck. Redemption did not begin with certainty of what would come next, but it began with the courage of just one person. Our world often asks for certainty before action. We want proof before hope, clarity before commitment, safety before compassion. But this climactic moment of our Torah teaches us that sometimes the sea only splits after we step in. After our ancestors cross the sea, they break out in a song and dance. Yet, we all know the story does not end there. Almost immediately after the song, the people start complaining again. The water is bitter. The food is uncertain. I'd rather be back in Egypt. I knew what I was going to eat there. Freedom turns out to be inconvenient. God responds with manna, food that comes from the sky that cannot be saved or controlled. Each person receives exactly what they need for that day. Security does not come from accumulation, but from trust and shared responsibility. In a world obsessed with stockpiling, wealth, power, resources, information, manna feels almost counterintuitive. It asks us to imagine an economy not built on fear of scarcity, but on the dignity of sufficiency. Then comes Amalek, a sudden, brutal attack from behind, targeting the weak and the weary. Amalek appears when the people are exhausted, when hope for our ancestors is thin. The Torah commands us never to forget Amalek, but also never to become like Amalek. Throughout this section of Torah, the moments of despair and triumph are shared with the whole community. We are not meant to face hardships or to celebrate victories alone. The Israelites learn slowly and imperfectly that freedom is not just a destination, it is a practice. It requires trust, courage, memory, restraint, and community. We are still learning that lesson. So when we feel overwhelmed by the waters around us, we need to always remember this section of Torah. The path forward begins not when we are unafraid, but when we step forward anyway. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
I invite us now to return to our prayer books. I'm going to invite all of the kids in the room to please join us, if you'd like, up here on the bima. Sarah's ready to take you to the ark. Eliana, Isaac, Nina, you want to join us? Phoenix, do you want to join us? We are on page 586, and I invite you to please rise. We join together.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגוי הרצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו כחמונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוצר הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו בגוף מרומי. הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו אפס
never lift up our hand, but to conquer fear and doubt and despair. Rise up like the sun, O God, over all humanity. Cause light to go forth over all the lands between the seas, and light up the universe with the joy of wholeness, of freedom, and of peace.
ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
Friends, will you please close the honor? Forward. I say over. You stay up here. No, seats like this, and you guys go on the tent. You may be seated. As our prayers draw to a close this Shabbat evening, we turn our thoughts to our loved ones who are no more. Tonight, as a community, we remember one taken from us recently, Renee Smiley. We also think of those who passed away during the past year, Mary Mulinex, Harvey Schwartzberg, Sandy Burtman, Joel Schechter, Millie Fine, Howard Rady, Arthur Wang, Judy Roheim, Zahava Gage, Steve Ginsberg, Lola Shahadi, Patricia Ragusa, Mary Adams, David Orlansky, Bruce Gellens, Larry Gottsegan, Betty Lipsy, Janet Gerwich, Derek Brownleader, Ruby Smolinski, Thomas Kleinpeter, Samuel Brooks, Dan Casson, and Gerard Doyes. We also think of those who died at this season in years past and whose family members are observing Yortzeit anniversary of death on this Shabbat. Anne Finkelman, Barbara Marcus Dessenberg, Barbara Perry, Doris Meltzer, Dottie Smith, Fanny Zoglin, Felix Teller-Weil, Fernand Katz-Eder, Fred Korn, Gabriel Hausman Sr., Helen Korn, Helen S. Rosenthal, Jay Jalinak Sr., Jenny Holtzman, Kate Katz-Glazer, Linda Basham Webb, Lola Spiller, Max Joseph Schur, Michael Carpenter, Murray Davis, Pam Mulkey, Rabbi Marvin Reznikoff, Ricky Stockner, Ruth Fenton, Sarah Heidovitz, Sarah Stone, Sharon Silverstein, and Theodore Hoffman. If there are others you are remembering this Shabbat, if you'd like to share their names aloud, I invite you to do so as one community at this time. For those names we heard aloud and those whom we hold in our hearts, we turn together to the words of Mourner's Kaddish, page 598, and I invite you to rise if it is your custom. Yit gadol v'yit kadash shemei rabbah, ve'omad divrach yirotev yamlich malchuteh, v'chayachon v'yomechon v'chayeh dechol beit Yisrael, v'agala v'zman kari v'imru, amen. Yahei shmei rabbah mevarach le'olam u'lamei almaya, yitbarach v'yishabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitroman v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekudesha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran be'alma v'imru, amen. Yahei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'akol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'akol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. May all their memories be for a blessing, as together we say.
Amen.
You may be seated as I invite up Stephen Winkler, representing our board, to share some announcements. Sit down.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Thank you for joining us on this celebration tonight from near and far. This is a first, a little music to go along with the announcements. What better way to go through these announcements, because they are so exciting. We had to do something. Thank you so much, Michelle. Tomorrow morning, wait. Name a day of the week, and let's start with Saturday. Tomorrow morning, 10:30 a.m., right here, Sarah will be bat mitzvah. After we've seen what she started with tonight, what a wonderful night this has been, tomorrow can only be even better. Sunday, 7 p.m., Israel folk dancing, and we have our folk dancing instructor right here in the back of the room. He's getting prepared. Monday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., what are we going to do? I see y'all are reading. Very good. Tuesday, you get a break. Wednesday, though, come on back. 1 o'clock. Scrabble. There we go. Then we move to Friday. Next Friday night, same place, right here. Creative services led by the Sisterhood. Service begin at 6. And there will be an onyx following the services. This is the big event. Kenny and Ziggy coming to town from Houston. I love it. We're going to have such food you wouldn't believe. If you've ever eaten at Kenny and Ziggy's, you know that you take home more than you eat in the restaurant that night. So, be here for that. Food, music, a raffle, silent auction. Invite your friends to come. Scan the Q card.
Yeah.
Q code.
QR code. You had it.
You're right the first time.
Thank you. Stick with your first go and leave it alone. Invite your friends. We still have a few opportunities if you'd like to sponsor something like latkes or other things. No, we're not serving latkes, but you'll be a latke sponsor. So do that and mark it on your calendar, February 28th. Can't wait till tomorrow. We've got more tonight. Right next door, immediately after services, an onyx. Thank you, Michelle. That's it for tonight. Carry on.
I don't know, Mr. Winkler here is going to get used to having musical accompaniment. He's going to walk down the halls at his work and expect Michelle just to be strumming along as he talks. Could you imagine? Should she musical background to our future board meetings and everything? You get too good at delivering the announcements, the board's going to decide you're going to do it every week. So let us, before we sanctify Shabbat, let us send even more prayers of peace in the world with a little bit more singing.
Ose shalom b'romah, u'ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'yimeru amen. Ose shalom b'romah, u'ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'yimeru
Shabbat, I'm going to invite Sarah and her mom Monica to join at the ritual table. So you're going to come, Sarah, come right over here with your mom and pick up that Kiddush cup. We are on page 123, and I invite the whole congregation to please rise. So hold it up high, Sarah, face everybody out here, and let us join together.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'ratzav banu, v'shabbat kodsho, v'yahava uvratzon hinchilanu, zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit, ki hu yom techila lamikra'e kodesh, zecher litziat Mitzrayim, ki banu v'chata ve'otanu kidashta mikol hamim v'shabbat kodecha ve'ava uvratzon hinchatanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat.
L'chaim, take a sip, Sarah. Wine, juice, good vintage bottle. It was grape juice. If you and your mom could uncover the beautiful homemade by a congregant challah. I've been smelling it all services. Lift that plate high and let us join together.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
Shabbat Shalom. Please enjoy a piece of challah and join us in the social hall for some sweets. Shabbat Shalom.